Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a terrific matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the New England Patriots. With that, let's head on up to Foxborough. Standing by with the call at Gillette Stadium, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway in Foxborough. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
Cam has all the skills that you're looking for. The arm that can do everything. The ability to run, hard to bring down because of his size. But the joy that he plays the game, I think that's his stock in trade. That's his calling card. That's what sets him apart from other players.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They go right back to White here on first down. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. To throw is Newton. Here's Sanu on the catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Now a man open down the middle of the field. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I got him.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Ready? Ready? Gun, gun, gun. Ready?
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Ready? Ready?
Now Newton. He's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Now let's give you a look here at the New England offense.
And a big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs, because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
And they will run it with Michel. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And that makes the score 7-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. Commanding the offense will be LaMar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. Flush to his right. He'll run it.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready, ready. Focus, defense, focus.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. LaMar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Coming this way, here we go, here we go.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. The safety, Patrick Chung, got a hand in, knocked it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
I'm coming after you.
Throwing again. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On third down, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Patriots have it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Back to throw, Newton. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
We got to step it up.
On second down, it's White. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with White. Room here to run. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, 26 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And now it's second down. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10. Now it's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now Jackson, flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
3rd and long, dare we say 3rd and a mile. Pass rushers in sprinter stances, they know they've got a chance to get after him on this play. And somehow he finds a way past them, gets away, and takes off and picks up a first down. Can you believe it? Wow.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. Past the 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and which you also have to guard.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Guy able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. To try again after the sack. Jackson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. It's complete to Snead. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Keep it up, guys.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Check right 54. Right 54.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson being chased out left. Lawrence Guy bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Throwing is Jackson.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offense.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood, Marquise Brown there to make the grab. And the Ravens get a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin in the 3rd quarter. Now, right now, there's Saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They start to drive with White. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Opting to run again here with White. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Newton. That's complete to White. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
Here we go.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Julian Edelman, 37 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Let's go, baby.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Lawrence Guy, make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throws Jackson. Escape. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
That's how we do it, baby.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. From midfield now, here's Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run for it. This is White. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. James White, his second touchdown of the night. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gostkowski the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Jackson operating from the gun, eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. D'Anthony Thomas, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Here's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, but it's going to be 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now Jackson to throw again. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Got it. 51 the mic, boy. 51. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on first down, Jackson, he's going to let it fly. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. 9th play of the drive now. Jackson now. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down again. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. With that, we head up to MetLife Stadium as we'll hand it over to the two men that'll call the action, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We are situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few moments ago, the crowd here was on their feet as their beloved Jets made their way out of the tunnel. They're ready to go. We're ready to go, and it should be a good one as those New York Jets get set to face off with the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And, Charles, we've got two teams who know each other extremely well. These division games, they tend to be battles.
People scout like crazy in this league, but no one scouts more than within the division. Because if you win your division, you're automatically in the playoffs. That puts extra emphasis on these games, and they can't wait to get at each other.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ready up. Mark 57.
Now Howard. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. He's going to float this one deep right side. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll drop to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
We're scoreless after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 8, read. Set, hot.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Henry Anderson there on the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught by Howard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. He'll look to throw. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the 3rd overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
And his task in this situation is making sure that his team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the second quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
We're going to start. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. Let's go, baby. They turn it over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
On first down, Darnold. Caught here by Griffin. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down.
Sack, baby. Sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. Dancing away at the 35. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a hard-fought battle to this point. 7-0 is the score, with neither offense really able to get on track. But let's not waste any time. We'll get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the second half.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field. Not really.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Looking deep for DeMaria. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Thomas the intended target. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes. But the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Buying time to his left. And this is incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now it's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And here we go on fourth. Darnold. It's caught by Herndon. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily.
Hey, Zoom.
A first down throw, Darnold. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Got it. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their three timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they will take a knee here.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros.
55. Yeah. You don't want none.
One last throw down for Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. With that, let's get up to Charlotte. Standing by, our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the New England Patriots. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And, Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
It's a rematch of the 2004 Super Bowl. The Pats and Panthers are underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And how about this? Leading him onto the field, Cam Newton as the visitor here in Charlotte, where understandably he's still well-liked.
He should be. Helped take them to a Super Bowl after the 2015 season. He was the NFL MVP that year. Maybe the best player in the game. I mean, when you look at everything that he can do, how do you game plan against him? He can run it, he can throw it, and even when you try and tackle him,
he's a beast.
Good luck getting him on the ground. He's got it all.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Newton. And a catch made here by Marquise Lee. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
That one good for 13 at a New England first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
No score after one on EA Sports.
Ready? 43 is the mic. Watch the run, watch the run. Ready?
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton, this one complete to Mohamed Sanu. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Newton. Incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
That's complete to White. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Throwing again is Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And that hits the crossbar and comes back, and it's no good. And by just a whisker, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Now Bridgewater. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. Quick slant, caught by Moore. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. To throw is Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final play of the half. Bridgewater into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, well, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a hard-fought battle to this point. 7-0 is the score, with neither offense really able to get on track. But let's not waste any time. We'll get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the second half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Flushed out. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Newton. He's got Lacoste as tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing, Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down.
On second down now. It's White, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.